welcome. So here we go. So this is Stan Lee's right hand side shoe. So this is the shoe which the auto lacing works. Okay, what we're going to do per the prior video is we're going to turn off the auto lacing function so that it acts as a static set of laces, the same as this one here. So this one here is on the previous video. So this one here has got the motor fault, which is not repairable at all. So what I've done is I basically, and say the laces are all sort of stuck up, but the mechanism can't be operated. So what I do on this one is ultimately I had to basically unpick the laces on this side, and then where they were quite sort of long, then I had to poke the lace down into the shoe and then glue it shut on each one. So that's that one there. This one here I'm going to do a different technique, because as the motor system works, I want to make it so it is reversible if Stanley wants to in the future, or if he sells the shoes, whatever. So on the back of each of these laces, you have this here. This by obviously makes it travel down the track. So travel down, the track, I guess, sort of smoothly for a start. Plus it keeps it more rigid. So it's obviously it's in there for two reasons, but certainly traveling down the track and not bunching up is definitely a key feature of that. So what I've done is I have to remove that, because once I tighten up the shoes, I need to have it elasticated, the elastic being able to actually work as elastic. And obviously if you don't remove this here will not stretch. So when he goes to put his foot in the shoe, but when it be tight like that, it obviously won't stretch at all, so it'd be really difficult to get in and risk damaging the shoe basically. So what I'm doing is simply peel off the bits of leather out on the back, and I've left 5mm each end. So in the future, if anyone comes round to it, they'll see that there's 5mm there, then they can then put an extra piece back in there to sort of complement these two end pieces. So this is one here I've just started to peel off there. So I peeled all of those four off. Then I'll then retract the laces all the way into the optimal position so they match this side. Then I'm going to get in there with two long pairs of tweezers and simply unplug the motor, and then job done. Cool. So that's the plan right now. Right then, yep, so that's done. I've removed the four pieces there, and that's all good ready to retract. Now I've just gone in here just to sort of basically move the wires. So the motor wires is this one here, and on this particular shoe here, it was all sort of routed around underneath this plastic cover. So I've just got in there, say, with this tool and some tweezers, and just sort of get that one there ready at the top, so it's easy to unplug. So what I do now is of course, once you retract the laces, it makes it much tighter to get in. So I'll put the laces back in now, unplug that, then neaten up the wire, sort of position the wire neatly into the channel down here. Then that can be covered up, and I can then put my layer of cardboard and then the insole. Like I mentioned on tens and tens of videos, I never glue this bit down again, because people will always want to access the battery, because they always fail after a couple of years basically. And then obviously they'll need to access the connector for the battery, which will be on this side here somewhere. So it could be any of those, but often it's like, for example, like one of the end ones, just the way it is, you know, it's never like there, it's always here somewhere. Okay, right, let me crack on and do that. And yeah, this will be the last time that these go down for a long time. Cool, right, yeah, and that's it. So yeah, I've retracted them in to the maximum position, and it gives you a nice amount of elasticate there to get in the foot in and out, which is the aim. Looks exactly the same as this one here. And yes, indeed, it is indeed that particular connector. Obviously you have to track it, but they have slightly thicker red and black wires on the motor. But again, you just trace it around, you know, it's not difficult. And there it is there. So now I say I want to neaten up the wiring, poke it all down there so it's all protected in that little groove, and then reassemble the shoe. And then say send it back to America, and that's how much room we've got, you know, just a normal amount of room. And I always say to people, to keep the shoes in good condition, you should use a long shoe horn. So one is long plastic shoe horns, so that you put your foot in carefully. You don't just put your foot in quickly and shove it in. Put your foot in, use the plastic shoe horn. That protects all the wiring. So all the wiring runs up and down here to the control board at the back. You know, and this is a cause of failures when people sort of shove their foot in, and if they, you know, pull the wiring, for example, it can pull it off. It's quite rare, but shoehorn in there, get your foot in carefully. Just have to be careful with these things, and also that way you also protect it as well around here from getting, you know, creased so much as well, if you're bothered. Otherwise, just put them on and enjoy them otherwise. Cool, but that's it, job done. Nice one.